We back with another banger outside in the nature. It's still a little cold outside, early morning. Today, I think it's around like right now I don't know how cold, but it says like feels like 30. So I just got some layers on. You know, this is a big ass, like thick, like jumper coat. It's really from Walmart, but don't tell them that I got this, bro. Don't tell them that I got this. So today is a little cold, but we're gonna be going to the gym. I got the pigskin for right now, just as like a little reminder, and of my friends, you know, who'll be playing Madden with me. My bad. I'm a little bit. This is my first video in a while, so I'm not prepared like all the way, but I got some stuff to show you. But like the pigskin, I'm excited to be just. Hopefully, I can find somebody to play catch with. I know I got some friends, but I don't know if they can come visit me just yet, because basically I'm in a new program. I know I keep going back to programs, hospital, stuff like that, but it really is for the benefit of myself, like to make sure that my future is good, you know what I mean? Because I do have mental health problems, as you know from my previous videos, if you've seen those ones. So I don't want to go into it again and all that stuff, but I just want to keep this video positive, mentally focused. So right here we got some water. Let's start off with that. All right. So I was in the hospital again. This time was because I had to get my medications in order, but they ended up keeping me for a prolonged stay because they were like, you know, you've been here a lot of times. We're gonna help you get set up again for the future. Because as y'all know, I don't know who knows or who doesn't know, but I left the program last year, and things started to kind of decline from there again. But I had a relapse on alcohol. This is all this educational. Everything I say educational. I'm 21 years old now, so everything I say is for the benefit of like my friends and benefit of other people who actually watch these videos. But I am 21 now, so that comes with a lot of stuff. But I'm an alcoholic. I previously was a drug addict, and like, you know, in past years. But one thing that's good about starting like early is that I now know like what I don't want in life. I don't want to be alcoholic. I don't want to be a drug addict. I don't want to be stuck in those same old boat, repeating the same old things over and over and over again. So I had a relapse after a year of sobriety. It was only a little bit of alcohol, but it made me realize, like, I'm celebrating my birthday and stuff. It makes me realize I don't need to drink anymore. I don't need to smoke anymore. I don't need to do drugs anymore to have a good time. You can have a good time without doing that stuff, and those who do, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm not saying that, you know, don't do that. But it's not for me, you know. So I'm just trying to focus more on like physical health again, mental health. And this year should be my year. Like as in regards to the school stuff, in regards to possibly going to you know, a new state maybe. I want to go back home to Jersey, but it's very expensive. So that was my original plan, but it's just very expensive, I realized. So I'll have to be more prepared for that. It's just a lot going on, so I had to check myself in again, get readmitted, and be like, yo, it's time for a reset. Right here, I just got a little bowl of cereal. Have to eat some Frosted Flakes. So right here, this is like my new journal for right now. I like journaling because I also that's when I write my songs and get ideas and like a vision board, like basically like a Pinterest, but inside a like book, like with a pencil or a pen, and writing everything down. So to start off this video, I'm just gonna write something down. This is the first entry. Says, "Today is a new day, a fresh start." So then on the next page, I like to leave the back of the page open and then I just go to the next page after that. I'm gonna just say some little things real quick, and I'll get back into talking. But I kept it short and sweet. This will be, or I'm going to say this year, but this will be successful and happy this year. Or I will be successful and happy this year. That's what it's supposed to say. I'm trying to speed up a little bit for the video's sake. So a little bit of positive stuff that I like to just write down. I know this is the grade one, so if it's for like numbers and shit, but I'm not in high school no more. I don't have to follow the stupid ass rules, So back to what I mean by like I'm not in high school anymore. I am 21 right now, so I do still smoke my tobacco. This is again like 21 years and older is for my videos. Smoking and tobacco and everything. Can't even grab it with my damn glove, but. Let's get into what y'all remember, right? Y'all remember the smoking videos. Y'all remember the story time. So let's tell some stories of some recent things that have been going on. And it might get a little bit deep and like trigger warning if you have any substance abuse or alcohol problems. But it's just a story about my family and how they've been very supportive to me, and I want to share it because like those little stories, they actually mean a lot to me, looking back at them. So I'll spark this up and we'll go from there. Parker, lighter leash. Can't lose it, bro. Can't lose it. So yes, it's nasty. I'm smoking Newports. It's all I could get at the time. I want to get some more like natural tobacco. I mean, anything that's not natural, but they're not going to let me have like a pipe here for like my natural tobacco. So what I would rather do is just get like tobacco that's straight from Virginia. And then, because Virginia is close to Maryland, so I'm gonna get like tobacco from Virginia, so it's more like local to me. And then, cause I don't know, I don't do research on cigarettes. I just smoke them. I'm like a social smoker, not really like a chronic smoker. I smoke like maybe 2 a day, and I still have my vape. So, like, why smoke so many cigarettes if I still have this? You know what I mean? But this is just for having something to smoke on the go, and like when I can't really spark up. And then this is for me and my mental and my social skills, whatever I'm doing, like AA meetings. Some people need a cigarette, so it's just more like of a social thing for me now. Like I know in previous videos I was like, I need tobacco, but because it's like the only thing that I really want to do right now, I don't want to smoke any weed or drink any alcohol. Tobacco is where I'm leaning towards. So it is a little cold. It looks like I'm smoking. Excuse me. I don't know if this will be edited or unedited, but I'll try to keep it around 20 minutes. I'll try to finish up the story in around 20 minutes and just talk about some other stuff if I can. So the story goes like this. I got into a few accidents. Like I fell down the stairs, hit my head and my back twice. and then I got into a skateboard accident down a hill. So I was in a lot of mental distress, and my mom came from Florida to come like help me out. But it was around Valentine's Day, I believe. So, or her birthday, I don't remember which day. But like in these past months. And she came and she was like, all right, we're gonna do fun stuff, we're gonna get you out of your head. So they took us, I wanted to go to the dispensary to grab some, like a cart and maybe some papers and stuff. So they were like, all right, we're gonna meet you at a bowling alley. Everywhere, because it's like the weekend of Valentine's Day, it was all closed and stuff. So I'm like, whoa, fuck, they're closing early, what are we gonna do? The one place I know that's close by is a place I used to always mess around at, drink at, smoke hella weed, hotbox the car. Like, it's one place I know for sure we can still smoke and have a good time, but there's food there, there's an arcade there, and the arcade also has like pool, karaoke, and bowling. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna try to book something there, but usually it's like, I mean, it's packed. Like it's one of those places that's like in the mall. So I'm like, all right, everything else didn't work, but at least we can get food and we can, try to play some games. Only problem was my sister recently hurt her ankle too. So hold up. She didn't want to do all the walking, so we're like, all right, let's just go to the arcade and try to do karaoke instead of like, the walking around and doing all the extra stuff. And but by the time we got there was so many people already that everything, every table, every lane, every karaoke booth was all booked. So it was like, damn, we did all this for nothing. But we go on these little adventures sometimes, and they don't work sometimes, they do work sometimes. It's just, it is what it is sometimes. But it was nice experiencing, like, having a family meal with my sisters and my mom all together at Applebee's. Applebee's is that sports spot. You can just watch the sports and eat the food and just enjoy a little time there, So I was actually going through it because where they sat us was near the bar. And I'm like, bro, I don't even want to look at the alcohol right now because of everything I was going through. So I was like, I sat like looking I was sat this way, the bar was behind me, and the food was in front of me. So I was going through emotions because I'm like, I'm just emotional, I'm crying. Like, I went to the bathroom a few times just to shed some tears. But it was like, because all the memories kept coming back to me. Like, I don't know if it was blackout memories or if it was just memories of my drinking days. But I wasn't the best person back then, and treating, like, I didn't tip people. I was like leaving bad reviews and stuff. Like, I was just angry at the world. And like, it might get a little deep here, but that's just what I'm saying. Like, it shows where I've come a long way, right? Then I realized I just bought a brand new cart, London Pound Cake, hybrid, hella THC. I'm gonna go to the moon. I went to the bathroom, that same bathroom I used to smoke in. I went to the bathroom, nobody's in there. So I'm looking in the mirror, I'm looking at myself, looking at the growth, the progression over the years. I've become like a man now. And I'm like, I just start smiling, laughing, I'm giggling. The music is playing like some old like rock music. I'm just like vibing, like tapping my foot, vibing, hitting the cart. Next thing I know, somebody maybe it was a staff member or something, but somebody walked in. So it looks like a pen. So I just put it, the cap on, put it in my pocket, and I was like, hello, like, just respectful, I'm not gonna smoke in nobody's face. But I was enjoying myself, and I was enjoying myself a little too much. So by the time I got to the table, the food was already there. And I was like, oh shit, now I got the munchies, now I'm feeling good, so let me enjoy the food. But even there's something as simple as eating the food that my mom and, her current partner provided for us, like a meal, was making me feel emotional because I just got high. So I'm just sitting there eating again, like a tear runs down my face, and I had a cap on instead of a beanie. So I just like I flipped the cap and I lower my head a little bit, and I'm just crying. But it wasn't necessarily all bad tears. It was just like, it was happy tears. Like it takes a while to realize like you need to cry. You need to get it out. You need to release all that stress and that trauma. And that's where I am right now. I went back to the simple pleasures in life: playing basketball, throwing the pigskin, coloring, right? The simple pleasures in life. I went back to those. Like, I'm trying to heal I had a good life as a child, but I'm trying to heal all the trauma that what happened when I was a child. You know, understand? So, but right now I'm not gonna smoke. I'm just gonna keep my head clear, basically. I'm not saying that it's not good for you or it's not like whatever it is, because y'all know me. I love to smoke. I love to make those kind of videos, but it's just not what I need right now. So for a little while, I'm not gonna be smoking or drinking. I'm just gonna focus on this mental health journey that I'm going on. Like again, it's happening again, year after year. I'm getting progressing every time, progressing more. It's not like it's like this, right? Like, a lot of times people think they're going in a circle, right? A circle. This is what some of my friends taught me. A lot of people think they're going through a circle and they're just stuck in the same loop. But it's not really a circle, because it's life and time. It keeps passing. So think about it as a spiral that's going up. A spiral that's going up, and you're growing, you're learning, you're becoming yourself day after day. Even if yourself was something negative and something that you didn't really like, you're becoming now, when you take the steps to do it, the person you want to be. So that's where my head is, right? I'm just trying to get back into a good, positive mindset, because the drinking set me back a little bit. What's up, Craig? I'm gonna let the video go. Peace out, y'all. All right, y'all. We're back. Cigarettes out. Vapes up. But yeah, I don't know where I left off, but like I said, it's a journey of going up and growing the whole time, a spiral upwards, not a circle. If you feel like you're stuck in a circle, really think about it like that. You're not in a circle, you're in a spiral up, and it's continuing to go up. It's always continuing to go up, because time is going to go on. Things are going to change eventually. Pain, scars, they all heal. Like, you might have a scar, but it healed from whatever that scar was for. So even mental scars, they can heal, they can get better. And I'm a walking testimony of that, of getting better. But it's just been a harder fight for me personally. So I'm glad actually to be back in a program, because I feel like I need the extra support. I need to be, away from the city, away from that city life, and, focusing on me. I love the nature. You can see the trees, the sky is blue. It was raining yesterday after I recorded a little bit. So it might be 2 different videos. It might be one longer video. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. But that one was a story time. This one was also story time. But I miss doing stuff like this. I miss writing music and making my songs, and even the freestyles. I have a friend now who is a producer, and he actually makes the kind of beats that I like to rap on. And we're gonna collaborate together, and we're gonna do big things. You know who you are, you're out there. I'm not gonna drop any names yet until it's official, we're working together. But I'll give him a shout out later on. But for right now, I'm just gonna keep everything low key until I'm ready to post my first song on YouTube. And it might not even be a song. It could just be a freestyle until but I'm just gonna buy the beat, and then I'm gonna it's not like I'm buying beats and cigarettes like crazy. I have a limited amount of resources, so I'm gonna just do everything the smart way, and the way I know how, which is kind of live in survival mode for right now, until I get the chance. Like when I was living in the RTC at Frederick, and I'm living like comfortably. Once I'm comfortable again, I'll be a lot better. But for right now, I'm in a temporary place again, and like you probably might recognize the background, but I'm in a temporary place again, and it feels good to be back out the hospital, because I was there for like consecutive, like not consecutive months, not consecutive stays, but consecutive like month after month. I kept going back this year because of my relapse. So I feel a lot better now. It's a brand new, start for me again, and I'm so lucky that I keep getting second chances, and everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves a second chance, or another day, a new day, and all it is one step at a time. So keep your head up high. I mean, look at that. I'm going back to the old way already, but peace and love. You already know how it is. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.